This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for June 15, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, St. James High to discuss security issues following theft of CXC exam papers. An emergency meeting has been called to discuss security concerns at St. James High School following a break-in which resulted in the theft of Caribbean Secondary Examination Certificate examination papers. Thieves broke into the institution on Tuesday night and made off with a cabinet from the administrative office in which the examination papers were being stored. Chairman of the school board, Christopher McCurdy, had told the news that the papers only related to Caribbean Examinations Council exams that had already been completed. But in a subsequent interview with the news, he said some of the papers relate to examinations that are to be administered in the coming days. Mr. McCurdy said a preliminary security audit was conducted on Wednesday.
We will look at some of the security breaches and we will look at what we can put in place to mitigate and to prevent a reoccurrence. And we're going to move on that as quick as possible. As a matter of fact, we have actioned a couple of companies to come in and look at areas that we can beef up our security.
Sharon Burnett, Deputy Director of the Overseas Examination Commission, said students will not be negatively affected by the theft of the papers. Ms. Burnett said CSEC examinations will proceed as usual as the probe into the theft continues.
We're not sure what the situation is with the question papers, except that they're no longer at St. James High. And so we do not know whether the papers have been accessed and anything further may have happened. And so you can't act as if something has happened in the negative and disenfranchise the students. The best thing to do is to continue as scheduled, as CXC has advised us. And so any subsequent revelations, discoveries from investigations will then be considered by the examining body and they will determine how to treat this. So at this point, we are proceeding as scheduled.
Social Security Ministry denies a fraud probe at NIS. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security has denied the report that a probe is underway into alleged fraud at the National Insurance Scheme. Audrey Deere-Williams, Chief Technical Director for Social Security, said contrary to a story in the news, the ministry has not received any reports of fraudulent activity relating to the Postmaster General paying out more money than was disbursed to them by the NIS. But Mrs. Deere-Williams said the ministry considers the allegations serious.
We have invited the relevant authorities to immediately initiate an investigation into the matter. This is in the interest of ensuring full transparency and accountability. We are assuring the public that the ministry takes the management of public resources seriously and that we continue to implement strategies to ensure the efficient and effective performance of our system.
New design of Highgate Market to be used as a template island-wide. The Highgate Market in St. Mary is to be used as the template for the construction of markets across the island. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says all necessary safety features will be included in the final design and rebuilding of the Highgate Market, which was destroyed by fire in July 2022.
We are going to be rebuilding the Highgate Market. So we're going to be now looking to build the Highgate Market to put in the safety features around fire. The discussions have commenced with the Jamaica Fire Brigade as to how we can incorporate into the new design of the Highgate Market a system that will be able to respond to fire.
He was addressing Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing. There have been a spate of recent market fires, including at Musgrave Market in Portland, as well as Linstead and Cumberland Avenue markets in St. Catherine. Firearm and ammo found in tree seized during police operation. A team of officers assigned to the Kingston Eastern Police Division seized 1.38 Taurus revolver and 32 assorted rounds of ammunition during an operation on Norman Manley Boulevard in Kingston on Tuesday, June 13. Reports from the Elletson Road Police are that about 9:20 a.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises was searched. During the search, the firearm and ammunition were seen wrapped in a bag that was in a tree. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Troy Bridge fuss. When the Troy Bridge is finally repaired, the ribbon cutting will be on its Trelawney side, and it's unlikely that Member of Parliament for Manchester North Western, Michael Phillips, will be invited. Clearly still miffed about Phillips's reported quip on the political trail that Prime Minister Andrew Holness would not be welcome at a ceremony to reopen the bridge, Minister with responsibility for works Everaldo Warmington continues his verbal assault. I spoke in Parliament last week about the Troy Bridge. I said the Troy Bridge in Trelawney. The Troy Bridge in Trelawney? So, when the Prime Minister comes to cut the ribbon, it will be in Trelawney, on the Trelawney side, Warmington underscored. He was speaking during last week's groundbreaking ceremony for the multi-million-dollar road rehabilitation project between Jacksontown and Ulster Spring in the southern part of Trelawney. The 125-year-old Troy Bridge, which once connected almost 2,000 residents between Manchester North Western and the Trelawney Southern, collapsed on August 18, 2021. Residents have engineered several innovative but risky methods to get across the chasm that now separates the two parishes. In late September of 2022, Holness announced that the government was moving to fast-track a replacement, but the pace of greenlighting the project has elicited frequent criticism. The clamor tends to get particularly loud when it is time for students to return to school after a break. Speaking ahead of Warmington last week, Trelawney Southern Member of Parliament Marissa Dalrymple-Philibert said both Holness and Warmington have kept her in the loop about what is being done to move the project along. She told her constituents she had seen the drawings for the work to be done and she is looking forward to the Prime Minister officially declaring the replacement bridge open for use. I don't talk in certain places because anybody can say anything. I know they have done all within their power to move this process on as quickly as possible, so I don't listen to what other people say, declared Dalrymple-Philibert, who is also Speaker of the House and a member of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party. As Warmington outlined during his contribution to the 2023-2024 sectorial debate in the House of Representatives on May 31, the government is putting in place a program to construct, replace or repair 32 bridges at a cost of $4 billion over the next 2 years. The Troy Bridge is among 8 of the 10 bridges for which the National Works Agency has completed design parameters in order for them to be replaced this financial year. An allocation of $1.2 billion has been made for bridge repairs, $165 million of which will be spent on the Troy Bridge. Also in Trelawney, work will be done on the Jacksontown to Ulster Spring Road repair project. According to Warmington, the first phase will be from Jacksontown to Sawyers and will cost $205 million. The second phase of the project has an estimated price tag of nearly $225 million. The Prime Minister gave me this responsibility to ensure that infrastructure in this country is made better than we found it in 2016. Like the Troy Bridge, it was there for years, nobody saw it, nobody moved to do anything about it. It took us as a government under this administration to initiate the process of having it done, and that is what we are doing now, the Minister said of the road works. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.